inspiration in inspiring each other to hear Krishna Katha, to study Bhagavatam, and to purify ourselves today. Most of you already know, but for my own purification, I would like to introduce His Grace Bhadra Prabhu, who is a very, very senior disciple of His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. And Prabhuji has done extraordinary services in the last many, many decades for the mission of Lord Chaitanya and for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Notably, Prabhuji, along with Loknath Maharaj, coordinates this Vraja Mandal Parikrama. And it has been going on for last about 30 plus years in our society. And Prabhuji goes all the way from Alachua to Vrindavan every year for about a month and is just absorbed in the holy dham. Also, we all have experienced the Rath Yatra festivals, known as Festival of Wheels or Festival of Carts. How Prabhuji, along with his family, they coordinate that so nicely, and in Clearwater also, Tampa, and recently the many in multiple cities across US and all over. And also Prabhuji's children are also great blessing to our Prabhupada society. So most of you have heard Mayapuri's kirtans. So His Grace Vishwambar Prabhu is Prabhuji's dear son. You may have heard his kirtans or his events. So let's welcome Prabhuji by loudly speaking. Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
So thank you so much, Bhadra Prabhuji, for your kind acceptance of our invitation to speak on the holy land of Vraja. You may please start. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat everybody. In front of all of you, I am just one fly. Who fly always goes where the fly goes. Fly goes to the shore where someone has some injury. That's what I am. But somehow or other, Sulvilas Prabhu is keep pushing me to talk something. So I thought we can share what I have heard from the scriptures and my realization experience and from the different commentaries. I thought I can share today one of the pastime. This is 10th canto, chapter 23rd, and it has 52 verses. So it's difficult to cover in 45 minutes, 1 hour, everything, because to cover whole so detailed would take three or four sessions, which is we don't have time. So I will try to cover the main points. This is 23rd chapter. If you have a Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it is the Brahmana's wives blessed. That is the chapter. So we will talk about that pastime and see how this pastime took place, and also make some, mainly is a commentary of the different acharyas. That's what the juice is. That's where the juice comes in this 10th canto pastimes. Different acharyas make many different commentaries. Krishna Chakravarti Thakurji Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, like that. So we will talk about that, what acharyas have to say. So let me just first Pranam Mantra to my Guru Maharajas, Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, and then we will talk. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadhati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sijivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padanu Sahagana Shri Lalita Shri Vishakhavitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namusate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Shri Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Dev Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Bhavane Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Siva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So this is the pastime where the place is called Bhatron. Bhat means the rice. So this is the place where Krishna, Balram and cowherd boys had taken prasadam of the bhata. Different wife of the brahmanas had brought this prasadam for them. So this is the place where we go first from when we walk from. This is at the border of the Mathura and Vrindavan. This place is still at present is there on top of the hill. There is a temple and in temple there is a deity called the Radha Bhatron Bihari. The deity is still there. So that's where it's also part of the Asokwan. So excuse me. What this pastime is actually showing, let me tell what is showing is that the Brahmanas were, their fault was they were indifference towards Krishna due to the pride of high birth. Now we might be think, well, we don't have high birth, but we can become proud in Krishna consciousness. We get a proud because I am initiated, I am Brahmana, now I am initiated, first initiation, second initiation, I do so many services, I get so many results. So that brings the pride. And because of this pride, what happens? We fall down from following the principles. Second thing is this pastime also shows that the quality of Krishna. The quality of Krishna, there are so many qualities, we know, but one of the main quality here is described in this pastime is that he is not affected by distress or calamity or whatever happens in the material. He's not affected. He's above. He's just happy. Performing his pastimes with the cowherd boys and with the gopis. And the third is that the Brahmanas were pure. So this fear is the main problem we have in the material world. And we will hear that fear. Brahmana also had a fear. And how can we overcome this fear? That's what this pastime shows us. So in this pastime, the cowherd, Krishna and Balaram and cowherd boys, they have come to this place Bhatron, and the cowherd boys are telling to Krishna that we are hungry. Yeah. Because we know Brajbasi is anything they do, anything happens, whether it's good news or bad news for something happen, who is their shelter? They only call out to Krishna. Their shelter is only Krishna. Anything happens, they call out to Krishna. We see all the pastimes. So here they are also telling Krishna that we are hungry, you have to do something. So then Krishna is telling them, oh, there is a place that the Brahmanas are performing the sacrifice, you go there. Now the question might be arise is that usually Kṛṣṇa, when he leaves home in the morning to herd the cows, or the cowherd boys, then Mother Jasoda gives them the lunch. Mother Jasoda gives the lunch for Kṛṣṇa and Balram, and the cowherd boys' mothers, they give them the lunch. And they come with the lunch, they hang their lunch on the Akshay Vata, on the tree, and they play around. And when the lunch time comes, they get together, they eat, and the cows are herding themselves. They eat, they sit down and eat, and then they play. But here this time, they didn't bring the lunch because that morning, early morning, they had gone, because this is the Chirharan Lila, the Krishna stealing the garments of the Gopi. The 1 month Katyayani Vrat was getting over that day of the Gopis, last day. And that is the day this Kṛṣṇa and cowherd boys had to leave earlier from the home, because they had to go to the Gopis' place where they were performing Katyayani on the bank of the Jamuna, and then they had come to this place. Why come to this place? So they had no lunch. Second thing, question might be arises, well, Vrindavan is food, Vrindavan is a forest, it's a filled with the fruits and the flowers and everything. Where is a question of, he's sending cowherd boys to the Brahmanas? But Kṛṣṇa, by his Yogamaya Shakti, he is having the cowherd boys get hungry. And on top of by the Yogamaya Shakti, also he wanted to please the wives of the Brahmanas. The wives of the Brahmanas were on the platform of Rati, Prema. So because to please the wives of the Brahmanas, and also so the Brahmanas, that how their wives were in the love, and the Brahmanas who were performing sacrifice, they were not actually to realize their mistake, and they realized they will say they will themselves say that we deceived ourselves. Even though they were austere, they had a knowledge, they were following religious principles, but they didn't have the bhakti. While the wives of Brahmins had bhakti. So here the cowherd boy, Kṛṣṇa is sending the cowherd boys to go and ask for the Brahmanas for some rice. Now, the Brahmanas, but Kṛṣṇa said that you go there and you tell them that I am ordering you, but tell them Balram has sent us here. Why Balram? He's telling, because Jaggic Brahmanas are Brahmanas, and Balram has appeared as a son of Vasudeva and Devaki. And Vasudeva and Devaki, who they are? They are Kshatriyas. But who is Kṛṣṇa? Kṛṣṇa is Vaishya. He has appeared from the Nanda Maharaj Jashoda. That's what the Vrajvasi knows. Vrajvasi doesn't know he has appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and then he was taken across the Jamuna to Gokula. They don't know. They know Kṛṣṇa is a Vaishya, he's a cowherd boy. But the Balram is the son of a Vasudeva, who is Kshatriya. So if you tell them that, then they will accept it. See? And they will give you. So these cowherd boys, they are going to these Brahmanas, and Brahmanas are performing the Yajna, which is called Angirasa sacrifice. Angirasa sacrifice is mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in 23rd chapter. Angirasa sacrifice they are performing to go where? To the heavenly planets. To promote it they wanted to promote it to the heavenly planets. They knew they knew the religious. They are coming from Mathura. Now they were performing this Yajna not in Mathura. at the border of Vrindavan and Mathura because they were afraid of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa would not allow. Kṛṣṇa find out they perform yajnas, then he would probably harass them, kill them even. So they were performing the yajna, this Angirasa yajna performing to go to the heavenly planets. And they were so busy in the yajna. So these cowherd boys, they are simple cowherd boys. And they are going there, they are paying obeisances. They are paying Dandavat Pranam to the Brahmanas. And they are saying that we are sent by, we are here because Balaram has sent us. And the Balaram and Kṛṣṇa are hungry. So we ask for some, begging for some rice. Now, the Brahmanas, when these boys are bowed down, they appear more effulgent than the Brahmanas who were. I mean, when these boys bow down, they are more effulgent, appear more effulgent than the Brahmanas who were living the same Vraja. And they are saying that. So they are saying that. What is the dharma? What is real dharma? Real dharma is to please the Lord. That is the real dharma. Ultimately, everything we do is to please the Lord. And the Brahmanas didn't even as if they were not here. Notice even. It's like they are like flies here and there. When many flies are there, who cares? So for Brahmanas, the cowherd boys were like a flies. So they didn't even notice it. They didn't even care about it. And these cowherd boys, even though they were coming from the villages, they knew they went at the time when the animal sacrifice was over. Usually they were performing animal sacrifice. Now, animal sacrifice that was at that time was going on, but because Kali Yuga, animal sacrifice is not allowed. So this is we are talking about at that time. But the point was that they were performing sacrifice to go back to heaven. To go to heaven. So these the cowherd boys knew that once the animal sacrifice, then the food can be distributed. See? So they went at that time, and the Brahmins are not giving much importance to anything, what they are saying. They are not saying yes or they are not saying no to them. They can probably say yes, they would have probably say yes, that let's finish our sacrifice, then Brahmins are filled, then we will give you. Because they are Brahmanas, they're Brahman first aid, then the Kshatriya, Vaishya, so and so. But they didn't say anything either. Or they didn't say no, that no, we cannot give you. They didn't even give much importance to them. They didn't realize that what is the purpose of this sacrifice. When we do the sacrifice, what is the purpose of it? What is Bhagavad Gita says? Vedesya sarva aham vedyo. By the Vedas, I am to be known. That's what Vedas says. And the sacrifice, performance sacrifice to please the Lord. Now here, Lord directly sending his boys to ask for the food. And here the Brahmins are all busy in performing sacrifice. They don't even give a damn about it. So of course the Brahmanas, the cowherd boys, they didn't get any response. Cowherd boy didn't get any response from the Brahmana, so they went back to Kṛṣṇa. They said, Kṛṣṇa, here is his word is, you send us, but we cannot, they didn't give anything. Kṛṣṇa is laughing at it. Why Kṛṣṇa is laughing at it? Because because it was not proper to show anger towards the ignorant Brahmanas. And on top of that, he wanted to show that one who aspires for results should not become despondent, that one who begs should not give up. Just like in our Krishna Katha, when we go to share the knowledge, when we go to preaching, we cannot be successful with every person. But are we going to get angry? Are we going to get angry with them? No, we just go on to next person. We can go to next person. That happens all the time, isn't it? When we go to collect the donation for some project, everybody's not going to give. Or sometimes they will even get angry with you. But we don't get angry, we just go to the next. So here Krishna is laughing that to these Brahmanas who are not understanding what they are performing sacrifice. So Krishna is now then saying, okay, there is a wives of the Brahmanas are there, they are there in the back, you go there and ask them. And here Krishna is telling them to tell the wives that you tell them that Krishna is here. Krishna is here nearby. He has come. We were traveling. We were going around with the cows, and Krishna is here nearby. Don't ask for the food to the wives. But then cowherd boy said, wait a minute. If you don't ask for food, how are they going to give us the food? Huh? So then he says, just by seeing you hungry, they will give for us all the food. He said they have great affection for me and their minds are dwell on me. Because that what he's saying, that their mind is always absorbed in me, but with the body they are living with their husband. Their body is with their husband, but their mind is always absorbed. So we go to them. Now question might be arises, how is it their minds are absorbed in Krishna? They haven't seen Krishna. So the reason is giving that when they are in Mathura, these Brahmins are from Mathura. So reasons are given by it is written in the purports and written by the Vishnu, the comment with the acharyas, that they were the Pulanda ladies, flower ladies and fruits ladies, because Vrindavan is a forest. In Vrindavan there is a fruits, flowers, everything. So these Pulanda ladies and the fruit ladies, they used to come to sell their product to the Brahmanas there in Mathura. And when they will get together, then ladies like to talk. No offense, but that is their nature. Ladies, when they go, whenever you are in the plane or anywhere, they won't even know who those person or ladies are there, but they will start talking with them as if they are friends. And this is the nature. Some ladies must be laughing at it. But that's the nature. So these flower ladies and fruits ladies, they will talk with them. And they will talk about Krishna every day, every time they meet. Krishna did this today. Krishna was in this garden he was wearing. Krishna was wearing this dress today. Krishna had a peacock feather. Krishna was looking this way beautiful. But Krishna is newer and newer, as we know. Krishna is always newer and newer. He's not the same. So they would talk about Krishna killed this demon today. Krishna killed that. Krishna did this. So they would talk about it. And by hearing and hearing and hearing, they had that rati, that prema within their heart. And they wanted to see now. As soon as cowherd boy said, Krishna is here, they jump right away. And they started to, their mind was already absorbed. And as soon as they heard about Krishna, they hear about Krishna, they began to faint in a bliss. This is the symptom of the love. They painted in a bliss. And to bring that back consciousness, cowherd boys, of course, had bad obeisance. Cowherd boys started to say, boys said that Krishna and Balaram is not far from here. They wanted some food. Now, these Krishna Balaram not told, but they are telling now. Krishna told not to ask for food. They are telling they want food. Now, wives, remember, the wives, this food is prepared for the sacrifice. Their husbands have performed sacrifice. See? But this, and there is a 4 kind of food, we know. Chaturvidasi Bhagavat Prasadam Swadvana Triptan Hari Bhaktasam. Food which is chewed, which is sucked, which is licked, and which is drunk. You see. Their mind was always eager to see Krishna. They were enchanted by the description of him, by hearing. So now here is where Krishna is here, right here near them. So they didn't think of anything, just took all the food, all the gopis, all the food, and they just slept. Now their relatives, their friends, their sons, their husbands were forbidding them not to go, but they left. Because it says the Suddha Prema, nobody can stop. And it is also mentioned that one of the gopis, couple of, but one of the example, her husband didn't allow her to go. And she pleaded to him that please allow me to go to see Krishna. I will come back and I will perform. You are Brahmana, I will perform, I will follow whatever you're telling me, I will follow. Please let me go. He did not allow her to. So what happened? Because her mind was so absorbed in the separation of Krishna, she burnt her. She went here in spiritual body, went back to Godhead before the other ladies go. Before other ladies. So the pure love, nobody can stop the pure love if you have for Krishna. People can try, but they cannot stop it. See? So this way, they went there with carrying everything. They saw Krishna with yellow garments, and he saw nice with the Vajantimala garland. This garland was going all the way up to his knee, up to his feet. They also saw this, he had leaves tucked in his ears, because he's a cowherd boy in the forest. Mother Jasoda, and when they send him to herd the cows, they would put some nice ornaments and everything. But when he goes to the forest, they take out all these ornaments, and he just wears the leaves in his ears, and he had earrings of the flowers. He takes out the bracelet, and he wears the bracelet of the flowers with the twigs. This is what they do. And actually all the cowherd boys decorates them. You see. So they saw the Krishna, they saw he had a nice tilak. His left arm is on the shoulder of the one cowherd boy's shoulder, his left arm. And his right arm, he has a lotus flower, and he's twirling the lotus flower. And he's in a happy joy mode. So what is this? What is the purpose of this twirling the lotus flower? What it's showing is that he has accepted their lotus hearts of these ladies. So he's showing that I have accepted your lotus hearts in my hands. And you will receive a bliss, would give them bliss. And he's smiling. So wives, as soon as these wives of the Brahmanas, as soon as they saw Krishna, they were stunned. They were completely stunned. And they were completely stunned seeing this beautiful form of the Lord. So the souls, so Krishna had to kind of make them, opening, make them awake, because they were so stunned looking this beautiful form of Krishna. And now their hearing from by the ears has become successful. Why? Because they had heard about the qualities of this Krishna and this quality, the beloved. So their minds become absorbed in him, and through the doors of their eyes, it is said that they made him enter and lie down upon that lotus bed of their hearts, and embracing him spontaneously, they decreased their suffering, and they fainted in a bliss. So when they fainted in a bliss, when Krishna started to talk, they actually telling to their mind, you here Krishna is hungry, and they are telling you Krishna is hungry here, suffering from hungry, and you are doing this to us. He's suffering. Say, so Krishna is saying, then Krishna is telling them that, look, he's telling like the gopis, that it is glorious that you have come here to see me. And by overcoming all these obstacles, you have come to see me. You attain me, just like he addressed the gopis. Now wives were full of prema, but the fulfilling their desires will not nourish the rasa now, and without the nourishment of the rasa, the pastime would not be attractive. So they are stunned. Krishna, they want to give the food to Krishna, and of course the cowherd boys are accepting it. But then Krishna is telling them that you should go back, because your husbands are performing the sacrifice. You should go where the husband are performing sacrifice, and sacrifice should be not completed until you go there. That was one of the rules of the sacrifice which they performed. Not be complete. So now Krishna is here. Krishna is actually was moved and controlled by their love, by their prema. But if he wanted to respond to their love. But what happened? Suddenly Lila Shakti appeared there. Why Lila Shakti appeared? Because Lila Shakti appear usually in the prema between the Krishna and the gopis. Lila Shakti doesn't appear. But here Lila Shakti is appearing because he's showing there that here these are the wives of the Brahmanas. They are not gopis. And it will be not nice to have the love living, have that showing that love. I mean, of course, he was loving them, but the whole point is it will not be proper at that present time to have the wives of the Brahmanas to show that to play the part as a rasa dance or whatever pastime with the gopis. So Lila Shakti appear and showing that you are a god. Then by the agency of Lila Shakti, which caused them to return to their, because of the Lila Shakti, Krishna is telling them, this cowherd boy, these wives of the Brahman, that you should go home. And then he is saying that he's saying that, look, I am the Paramatma. And because Paramatma within your heart is there and you love Paramatma, And because you love Paramatma, your loving friend, your husbands and your relatives and your friends and your son, everybody, and wealth and everybody, because you love Paramatma. So I am Paramatma. You are embracing me as a Paramatma anyhow. Krishna is giving different reasons. And we know as long as we have Paramatma within our heart, we are able to love other people, other personality, other people, wife, husband, friends, relatives, family members, all that, wealth, everything. Once the Paramatma leaves, then who cares for the dead body? We know that. So you have Paramatma, you are embracing Paramatma. Paramatma is the same as myself. I'm completely embracing your body. Therefore, you should return and go to sacrifice. But wives are saying, wait a minute. That is Paramatma within heart, but Paramatma is right standing in front of me. You are standing right in front of why you want us to go back? In the case of the Dhruva Maharaj was meditating on Paramatma within the heart, but as soon as Paramatma was outside, he couldn't see the Paramatma within his heart. Right? Here they are seeing Paramatma. The Lord is showing that Paramatma, I am Paramatma within your heart, and yes, Paramatma, I am outside. So gopis are saying, you are outside. Why you want us to go back? So then the Krishna says, but your husband needs you, needs your assistance. But he gives promise that you will able to see me directly there as well. Means you go there, still you will be able to see. And he says he's saying that it is not that we are close. Physical proximity is important. He's saying that it is by hearing about me, seeing my deity form, meditating upon me, chanting my names and glories, that love for me develops not by physical proximity. Therefore, please go back. So now they are of course, they are going back. When they are going back, now of course they are also saying, of course the ladies are saying, but wait a minute. When we go back, do you think our husbands and our relatives they're going to accept us? They will not accept us. They will tell us to. They will not accept. They will probably fight with us. Krishna says, don't worry. Because Krishna is omnipotent, omniscient. Krishna is within the heart of the Brahmanas too. So don't worry, you go. And you will see me there. Even there you will see me. So this way, then the wives are also saying, they are saying that, so they are, of course, finally, they are accepting these wives are, they're accepting. Gopis would not accept. Wives are disobeying, these wives of the Brahmanas, they are obeying the order of Krishna, they are going. But the gopis would not. Gopis are staying there. So wives of the Brahmanas are going back to the Brahmanas. Now Brahmanas, as soon as they see the Brahmanas see their wives, they are happy. And they are the all shlokas from the text, I think text 39 to text in this chapter 38 onward up to the 51 is about how the Brahmanas are actually lamenting themselves. They are saying that how we have deceived ourselves. Hate of our knowledge, what we have. Hate of austerity we perform. hate of this high birth. Here see we are twice born. Brahmanas were twice born. It's from two parents. And they had third born. The third born was there also because they were, when you perform the yajna and thing, there was a rule that they had initiation for that also. So they were third born. But they had the point was that they didn't have the bhakti. See? And they saw that their wives, even though they were not brahmacharini, they were not in the brahmacharini ashram. They didn't have much knowledge. They were just simple, wives of the brahmanas, simple, just go on in their daily life. So when they saw that these our wives are more qualified than we do, they actually accepting them as their spiritual masters. See? And of course, they are lamenting for it. There is so many slokas are given in this in this end of these chapters. End of this chapter, they are saying. They are saying, how is it that the Supreme Person, they are realizing that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has come here. We are performing this yajna to please, and here the person whom to please is here. And we didn't recognize that. We didn't realize that. And here our wives, they just heard about it and they left. Right away, took everything. All the ingredients. So this is because of their education, their high birth, and they didn't realize that everything is what they are using in the sacrifice. Who is the control of who is in charge of those paraphernalia anyhow? That is one of the opulence of Kṛṣṇa anyhow, isn't it? All the paraphernalia they are using to perform sacrifice. Who is owner of this? These are all the opulences of Kṛṣṇa. They didn't realize that either. And the Kṛṣṇa who is another Kṛṣṇa who is Lakshmi Sahasra Sada Samprabha Sevaya, thousands of Lakshmis are serving the Lord. Is he affected by the hunger? They didn't realize that he's a Purna Purushottama. He doesn't need anything to eat. Doesn't need anything. He doesn't need to beg food. But because he has seen the love of these wives of the Brahmanas, and his mercy. He saw the bhakti, and he's merciful. To show the mercy, he's having this passion. Now he's performing this passion. Now, so they are actually Brahmanas who are happy. They are really praying. They are realizing, but then at the same time they are not going there. Kṛṣṇa is not far from there. The wives of the Brahmanas, they didn't care, right? They didn't care for Kamsa or any peer. They just took everything left. Why? Because that prema, that love. But in case of the Brahmanas, they didn't have that. They were still not in love. They were afraid of Kamsa. They didn't go. So what should we do when we have fear? How can we overcome fear in our lives? That's an important lesson. How can we overcome fear? Because fear is everywhere, isn't it? In the material world means fear. By chanting the holy name, by association, by discussing, like you all are discussing every night. You all are very, just very glorious. You all are very glorious that every day evening you are having the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. I wish I can join with you guys, but I'm so sinful, conditioned that I cannot join because I'm puffed up, pride in me. So this is what helps us to get over the fear. See. Second thing is another point is, who were these wives of the Brahmanas? This is not mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, but it is from the Brahmavad Purana. Because when you have 10th canto Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, means you have to go to Brahmavad Purana, you have to go through the Garga Samhita, you have to go through different places to get actually all put together. So these wives of the Brahmanas, it is mentioned in Brahmavad Purana. I think I have another 12 minutes. Wives of the Brahmanas, they were the wives of the Saptarishis. As you know, 7 stars, they were wives of the Saptarishis. And Agni had somehow touched them. Fire god touched them. They were innocent, they were chaste ladies. So because they were touched by Agni, Angira Rishi, one of the Rishi of the 7 Rishi, Angira Rishi had cursed them. That you have to go in the Manav Sarir. You have to go and you take a birth. They were beautiful ladies, chaste. They have to take a birth in the Manav Sarir. Let's go there. And they had cursed, Angira Rishi had cursed the Agni that you will devour everything. That's why in Agni Dev, you put burning tire, you put all the garbage, you put you burn the bodies, dead bodies, because they were cursed. So these ladies, the wives of the Kshatriyas, they prayed to the Angira Rishi, please, we are abala. I don't know what is abala called in English. This is a Hindi word. We are innocent. We haven't done this. Is Agni had done this thing. So probably Suvilas can find out from his dictionary what is abala means in English. Anyhow, so but they said we cannot. Angira said the curse cannot go away, but this curse will be benediction, and that is the beauty about when you are cursed, when you have some curse, you see, from the great personality, there is always some benediction behind. So the Angira said the benediction that when you will be in the Manav Sari, Manav Yoni, you'll be there, and that's where you will take a birth as a wives of the Brahmanas, and then when you will go to see Kṛṣṇa, because you will have that love for Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa will take you back. So this is Brahmavad Purana. So what happened that when the wives of the Brahmanas came to see Kṛṣṇa, they didn't go back. Kṛṣṇa brought an aeroplane, because once you reach Kṛṣṇa is going to let you go. Once you have prema and you are at the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa is not going to let you go. So Kṛṣṇa had come aeroplane, and the wives of the Brahmanas they went back to Godhead. And by his Kṛṣṇa, by his Shakti, he created the Chaya. These were the wives of the Brahmanas. And they are the one who went back to Brahmanas. And then Angira Rishi had said that after reaching to the back of the Brahmanas, and then your life will be completed, and you will come back again as our wives. So we here also learn a lesson that Angira Rishi cursed them, but still they didn't get angry. Sahansilta. See? So it is said that when someone gets angry at us, but we don't get angry with them, back and forth. And particularly when the great personality gets angry with us, and we don't get back to them, get angry, then the great personalities that great personalities is giving benediction. pouring the mercy. Another point is that how the wives of the Brahmanas, because they were so pious, they were religious, they had full bhakti. Because of that, husbands were also ultimately husbands are also, they also got the bhakti. So it is said in the family, if the one is becoming devotee, one is taking up Krishna consciousness, then he is helping whole his family, and whole his family is glorified. But in the same family, if someone is who is not Krishna conscious, who is just debauchee, you can say, then it is whole family. His family is not going in the right direction. So this way, the wives of the Brahmanas, they had gone back, and they got the mercy, and this is the way the Brahmanas were happy to have their wives as they consider them as a guru, as a spiritual master to their wives. So I think uh, I mean, as I said, it is difficult to go in the details each point because it's a big chapter. But I thought instead of talking about the one of the forest, because it would take so much time to just take the word to talk about one of the forests out of 12, because there is a Adhivan, Van, Upavan, and Prativan. These are 4 different things. And to talk about one of the forests would take, 2 or 3 classes. So I thought, let me just take this pastime to help us understand what this pastime represents. As we discussed, as I said, pride is the main fall down, because in devotional service, because we are trained that way. We do something good in devotional service, we think I'm the doer. I do it all the time. That's why I told in the beginning of the class, I'm just one of the fly. Considering all of you exalted personalities here, hearing. See? Because when we do something good in devotional service, we have tendency to think, I have tendency to think that, oh, I am the doer. But actually, I'm not the doer. I'm just an instrument in the service of the Lord. See? So I thought, let me share this, Pastor. So there is a 5 minutes. Any question, any comments, anything to add, anything to subtract? And again, Suvilas Prabhu, thank you for engaging me in your service and service to all of you.
Thank you so much, His Grace Bhadra Prabhu, for this wonderful nectar. This was so amazing, and such deep lessons you brought from this pastime, but Brahmana wise going and giving such wonderful nectar to Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for sharing from different commentaries and different Puranas and Samhitas. Thank you so much for your time and nectar. Anyone has any comments, questions? You can raise your hand, and based on that, we can see like how many questions we can take in the short time we have. Any comments, questions? Please raise your hand. Yes, Silas Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Bhadra Prabhuji. Wonderful class, pastime, and the Leela and the philosophy. So, Prabhuji, my question is, how do we differentiate between caste Brahmanas, and we have Vaishnava Brahmanas also? So, and we also know that Krishna loves cows and Brahmanas. And in this pastimes, we see that Brahmanas were too engrossed in their own rituals that they forgot to do the what was required. So how can a Vaishnava Brahmana protect themselves from a caste Brahmana?
Well, we know when Srila Prabhupada when he brought the Western devotees from United States to India, and the many of the Brahmanas in India, they were opposing that you are making this debauchee, these persons who are Mlechas and Yavanas, you are making them Brahmanas. But that is we know Srila Prabhupada knew that what is the Yuga Dharma of this age, holy name. And they saw these Western devotees, even though they are born in Western families, but look at them. They are following full regulative principle, chanting 16 rounds. And that's why when Srila Prabhupada had the Krishna Balram installation in Vrindavan, at that time he was not much interested in all these rituals. He said, you just chant Hare Krishna and that will be installation of the deities. So, but he said, because I am really here in Vrindavan, and if I have not done proper installation by the Jagik from these Brahmanas, then the people Vrindavan Rajvasi will probably not accept it. And that's why he had this Brahmanas call and they do the Jagya, but it was so elaborate, Jagya was performed by these Brahmanas. But at the same time, Srila Prabhupada on the other side, he had told devotees, he keep chanting Hare Krishna. See. So by that we can, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Okay.
Thank you. Looks like we have a lot of hands raised, so we'll do quick question and quick answer. Yes, Sudhir Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandatanam. Very nice.
Sudhir Prabhu ki jai ho.
Bhadra, Prabhuji, examples you gave are very wonderful, Prabhuji. At least, what I understood is like we have.
It is all your blessings. Go ahead.
Prabhuji. Yeah, Prabhuji, in the interest of time, Prabhuji, so how can we develop such love like, the Brahmana's wives? Because, we are also deeply engrossed in, like, initially we have to do, the rituals also, right?
You have to ask that to Subhu Vilas. He can answer that question.
Yes, yes.
We know you all are on the path of love. You all are on that path, right? So gradually we have to be a little bit patient, right? We are on the path, so it will happen. Just be patient and go on listening Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and chanting Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji. The point I liked is, Prabhuji, you said, even the curse will become actually a benediction. That point I liked a lot, Prabhuji, as you gave a lot of examples also. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Any other question?
One last question, Bhaswati Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam. Very nice class, Prabhuji. I have a question about, I just learned today that that the Upper Yuga also animal sacrifices happens. And as you said that that's because it's like for their higher birth, that's why they sacrifice the animals or to go to the heaven, Prabhuji.
The higher birth go to the heaven, just like in case of in the fourth canto, we know the king Prachin Barhishat. We already went through those chapters in Prachin Barhishat. He had sent his prachetas to perform the austerity, and he was Prajapati, he was a king, and he was performing animal sacrifices so much. Why? To go to the higher planets, go to the heaven, and at the same time have the good opulent life. You see, so in those ages they were performing these sacrifices, animal sacrifices, but that is, as we say, is not recommended in this age.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
I hope that answers the question.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Bhaswati Mataji. Yes, Ramya Prabhuji, please want to share something.
Well, just kind of a questions for Bhadra Prabhu.
Go
And
ahead.
one was, when I read the story of the wives of the Brahmins, to me, one of the big takeaways I get is that to develop, just meditate on this relationship with Kṛṣṇa, and that deepens the love and the relationship with him, even if you're in separation. So it seems like if we are saying that they never went back to their husbands, then that kind of cuts away that whole understanding.
Well, yes, but you have to understand that in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, when Maharaj Parikshit when 10th canto came, how much time Maharaj Parikshit had?
7.
Not much time, isn't it? And that's why when we read the 10th canto, we have to go through we have to accept what the Brahmavad Purana said, what the Garga Samhita said. Upon Garga Samhita, we accept the Pashna, we don't go through the philosophy. But there are Puranas, we have to go through it. So from Brahmavad Purana, we know. And even that they were the wives of the Saptarishis. And even though the Chaya those Brahmanas' wives went back to Godhead, but when the other wives were manifested, don't think that they didn't have love for Kṛṣṇa. They had the love for Kṛṣṇa, and that's why when they went back, then the Brahmanas were happy. Brahmanas saw that these wives, they look at these wives. You see. So the point, and of course, Kṛṣṇa said in the one of the shloka, Kṛṣṇa said that it's not the physical proximity is important.
Right.
You see, and that's why Lord Chaitanya's teaching is vipralamba bhava in the separation, love in the separation to Kṛṣṇa. That's why 6 Goswamis call out Kṛṣṇa, Radharani with them, Kṛṣṇa is what they call out to Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa. Where is Kṛṣṇa? Where is Kṛṣṇa? In the separation. See? And we do that, then it becomes within the heart, it becomes more and more mature. That love. See? So I hope that answered your question.
Yes, and I was wondering if you could just clarify one thing. The Yajnik Brahmins' wives, they never at any point in the future got invited or involved with the rasa dance.
Well, they went back to Godhead, and of course, when they went back to Godhead means they are in the pastimes of Kṛṣṇa.
Very good. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you again. Thank you for again engaging me, Subhilas Prabhu, and thank you for allowing me to serve all of you. And in the future, if you like, we can talk more about Braj Mandal Parikrama. Kartik is coming. You decide. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this amazing Krishna Katha, amazing question answers, and clarifying all the doubts. So please bless us so we can continue to read Bhagavatam and
yeah, you bless me so I can continue with you guys.
You are doing amazing services all across the globe.
Vanita, where is Vanita? Vanita is from India? She is from India. Huh? So that
you can unmute yourself.
There, huh? Mommy is there?
Please unmute yourself, Vanita Mataji. You're on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Oh my gosh, I'm seeing her after how many years? 20 years?
Mataji, you have to unmute yourself to speak. Please click on that microphone button so you can unmute.
She's from Delhi. Mother told her to join, isn't it? Thank you, Vanita. I hope your family is good. Everybody's happy, I hope. Offer my danvan to your mom, huh?
How Prabhuji is listening, we cannot listen to her. We cannot, yeah.
Prabhuji has mystic powers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So we request everyone to please turn on their audios and videos, and we can express proper gratitude to His Grace Bhadra Prabhu by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Mantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Bhadra Prabhu ki jai. Samasta Gaur
Prabhupada ki
Bhaktavinda
jai.
ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.